This Super Bowl halftime show is probably one of the worst ones I've ever seen ever since I started watching them. When Eminem and all them came on, it's just been downhill since then. I'm gonna go through the lyrics on this because the songs Bad Bunny sang, because two of them, only two of the songs he had were not just disgusting. They weren't either objectifying women, which majority of the songs he sang did, or doing drugs, talking about doing drugs. And one of them, Lady Gaga, Die With a Smile. I don't know what Bad Bunny sang in that. If he's saying, who's the guy? Bruno Mars's part, actually the stuff he sang or what, but wasn't even from him. And that was one of the songs that wasn't disgusting. He only had one that he made that was just not full of this disgusting filth. It was so bad. Ugh. I watched the Turning Point USA halftime show this morning, and it was a lot better than Bad Bunny's, I can tell you that right now. Most of the songs were just average. There was one, the blonde woman in the blue suit. I don't know what her name is. Hers was above average. Kid Rock had the worst and the best performance in that little show. I'm assuming he did it intentionally with his bomb whatever song where he was lip syncing it. He did that intentionally, just making it look horrible. Oh, that's it's the song sounds like it's from the early 2000s, which is not good. But the one song he sang after that he just blew it out of the water. It was insane. Way better than anything Bad Bunny did, I can tell you that. But let's just get into the disgusting lyrics here. I'm not getting into all of this. I'm going to be censoring a lot of this like crazy, and it's going to be so much work if I actually go through all of the disgusting lyrics, but we'll just read some of it. Hey, Auntie asked me if I have a lot of girlfriends. A lot of girlfriends. Today I have one. Tomorrow I'll have another. Hey, but there's no wedding. Yeah, that's the start of this. Then he says, I'm gonna take them all to the VIP. The VIP. Hey, say hello to Auntie. Like, what? Let the ones I already. Yep, smile. Oh, I'm gonna read more. Look at this. Talks about his first girlfriend in kindergarten, Maria. My first love's name was Thalia. I probably said that wrong. Talia. Got a Colombian who writes me every day, and a Mexican I didn't even know about. Like, that's just insane. Another one in San Antonio that still loves me, and the ones from PR that are all mine. A Dominican who is a fresh hottie. Fresh hottie. Like, what are these? That's all I'm reading from his. I don't even want to say that because it's probably something. I don't know what it even means. I'm not trying to say something disgusting. But yep, that's one. And I'm going to be slapping in some Bible verses here. I gotta go get my Bible for this. Like, this is just disgusting. Oh, yeah, and I gotta show the images of that. So, yeah, before I get into any more of this here, I'm gonna show you the little stuff that went along with this that was absolutely disgusting. Fits with his disgusting lyrics. Like, look at that. I'm sure his culture, but it's like. That's what I cannot stand about all these famous musicians, artists, songwriters, whatever. They always have women like this. Like, look at that. That's disgusting. Then, yeah, women twerking all over the place here. Yep. Him grabbing his genitalia up there. Like, it's horrible. That's all I'm showing from that. But, yeah, fits in with these disgusting lyrics. Oh, yeah. I bet this is where the women were twerking. I twerk alone. I twerk alone. Like, come on. Perverts don't get near her. The clubs turn up when she arrives. Men are her hobby. She is spoiled like Nairobi, and you see her drinking from the bottle. The boys and the girls want to get it with her. Like, this is disgusting. She smokes and gets. Not saying that. It's sick. Then, oh, look. I mean, this. I guess this isn't Bad Bunny saying this, but this is a song. You have a nice butt. Whatever you put on looks amazing. What a lack of respect. How dare you come without underwear. Like, what even is this? Oh yeah, this is just straight up blasphemy right here. Today we drink, today we spend, today we smoke like a Rasta. If God permits it. You're gonna have God talked about in your song, and then you're just gonna say all this disgusting filth. This is the last thing I'm reading here. Yes, so that your underwear gets wet. Before that, it says galactic style lust. So yeah, that's another one. Those are the probably the worst ones out of all this. I know I'm never gonna have my kids watching the halftime Super Bowl if I ever have any. That's for sure. It's just disgusting. Let's see. Yeah, this is another one. Bring your friend if you like the idea. Tell her we're partying tonight. We're gonna have a great time. Nobody's getting married here, but you're gonna want to stay. Like, that's the chorus. Yep. You can just put two and two together for that one. Take advantage. I'm single, single. Give me that look if you want me to give it to you. Okay. Yeah, that's like it's so disgusting. I go down and she gets happy. That's all I'm reading from that one. There's one I gotta find here that has the most brain dead and disgusting verse, chorus, whatever I've ever seen. That I so much money that I like it when they flatter me. That's why I'm not saying that. All these harpies. That's talking about women. I'll just slam that up. Grasp an unpleasant woman. I'll just go with that for the definition. Okay, then to have the flight attendant blank you off in the sky. Yep. This one wasn't that bad because it's Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga, but I don't know what Bad Bunny even sang because I don't speak Spanish fluently. Oh, yeah. There we go. Yeah, pretty much this wasn't. I didn't see anything horrible. I didn't really look through all this. Could just be people in love. That's just what I'm chalking it up to. The Bad Bunny stuff was just horrible, though. The way you kissed me, the way I made you feel, the way you looked at me, it turned on. Yeah, that right there. It feels so wrong not to have you close. The new girl's good, but she doesn't have your lips. Like, what is this? It's just sick. And this one I think was just talking about him doing drugs, pretty much. Like, drinking that too. See, the Turning Point USA one did have talking about drinking in it, but if these are actually the songs he's saying here, it was nowhere close to the level of what this guy Bad Bunny was talking about. Hey, 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 the July 4th, 4th of July, I'm hanging out drunk with my cousin, feeling fly. My people in the Bronx know what's up. Buzzing high over in Washington Heights. Then here's drugs. The drugs are white. I'm reading this differently here. Yeah, the 2CB's pink. What does that even mean? Pink cocaine. Okay. Yep. And he gets into a whole lot more of that stuff. Okay. This is the one song that I don't think was bad. I could be wrong, though. Puerto Rico, yeah, I think this is more drug one. And the song, yeah, Puerto Rico's, yep, swearing constantly. Let's go to the bleachers to light up a blunt before Peepo gets a slap in the face. I don't know what that even means. Oh, yeah, here's what this is. Like, this is just, look at this. The interlude. I don't know what part that's all in, but this is the most brain dead and disgusting thing I've ever seen in a song. It's just, I like the cat of Puerto Rico over and over and over. That's just insane. I'm hoping that's not a main part of that song, but like, come on, dude. Coffee in the morning, rum in the afternoon, yeah, drinking. All I want is to stay up all night and drink a gallon. Like, that's just crazy. He's obviously talking about rum. What I've been getting from this guy's music is pretty much 99%, besides that one song, 99% of his stuff is just drinking, drugs, or lust, objectifying women. That's pretty much all it is. My whitey, my cocaine, my kilo, drugs. The chorus. I should have taken more pictures When I had you, I should have given you more kisses and hugs whenever I could. Obviously not married. He's made that clear in his other songs I went over earlier. Hey, today I'll be with Grandpa all day playing dominoes. If he asks if I still think about you, I'll say no. Lying. I'm so drunk. I'm so drunk. Man, you drive because even if I'm walking, I'm about to crash. Let's enjoy it because you never know how much time we've got left. I should have taken more. I don't know if that's talking about him being drunk or what, but like, oh. I say that's enough of his filthy, disgusting songs. So we got a lot of Bible verses to get over here. Drunkenness. Yep. We'll just start with that since that's what we just came fresh off of. 5-second trick eliminates mice in your garage. Why does he have Clorox? Woe to those who rise early in the morning that they may pursue strong drink, who stay up late in the evening that wine may inflame them. That's what that Bad Bunny was talking about, drinking rum all night long. Okay. For the drugs, I guess you could just talk about idolatry. Just literally, if you're going to drugs, you're clearly doing it to escape. Or just to feel good. For the drugs and alcohol, this you can take literally for this, because it's like 1 Peter 5:8. Be alert and of sober mind. Your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion seeking for someone to devour. So, yeah. I have a friend who's done drugs. Like, stuff I don't even know how to pronounce the name of it. Just weird stuff. One of the times he did one, he said he was looking out of his window and there was like a branch or a bush branch just moving out there, and he was just freaking out because he thought it was some shadowy figure out there coming to attack him. So, be alert and of sober mind. Your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion looking for someone to devour. That's why I do not mess with any of that drugs or any of that garbage. Now for the lust part, let's get into that. This is in the words of Jesus. You have heard that it was said to those of old, you shall not commit adultery, but I say to you that whoever looks at a woman to lust for her has already committed adultery with her in his heart. So all that, I'm going to get deeper into this, but all those women in the halftime show and Bad Bunny grabbing his genitalia, that could cause people to lust. Right here, commit adultery with them in their heart. And now, woe to the world for temptations to sin. For it is necessary that temptations come, but woe to the one by whom the temptation comes. Literally, everything Bad Bunny did. All those women, the whole Super Bowl for putting on that disgusting sin show. Oh yeah, and then all that. This right here. Oh, yes, I've heard of a lot of girlfriends. Today I have one, tomorrow I'll have another. That's literally promoting fornication. This is actual sexual relationships. That's not sinful, not immoral. Under marriage, that is why a man leaves his father and mother and is united to his wife and they become one flesh. He made it clear he's not married with any of them. Today I have one, tomorrow I'll have another. Hey, but there's no wedding. Fornication. Back to that 1 Peter 5:8, because all the people who are not alert and sober-minded, this filth in here, they're going to probably take it to heart and then act it out in their life. They're going to sin. The God of this age, that's talking about Satan, has blinded the minds of the unbelievers so that they cannot see the light of the gospel that displays the glory of Christ, who is the image of God. All of this stuff is just keeping them away from that. From the light of the gospel that displays the glory of Christ, who is the image of God. Like, it's just horrible. That's one thing I'd have to commend the Turning Point USA thing is, despite the alcohol, singing, talking about drinking and whatever, is they at least, some of the songs were more glorifying to God. This part was like, This was the best. Like, the Till You Can't song, that was amazing. That was the best part of this whole, his halftime thing. This.
Morning. You know, I awoke one Sunday morning all alone with this song stuck in my head. And in that moment, something or someone spoke to me. They said there was still a verse that needed to be written for this song, and to get up and write it down. There's a book that's sitting in your house somewhere that could use some dusting off. There's a man who died for all our sins, hanging from the cross. You can give your life to Jesus, and he'll give you a second chance till you can't take care.
See, that alone right there just completely overshadowed anything Bad Bunny sang in the Super Bowl. But we're gonna look up the lyrics here. That one's not bad at all. You can't keep putting it off forever with that girl whose heart you hold, swearing that you'll ask someday further down. Talking about marriage. Like, come on. This is like just the gap is just huge. The difference. He's talking about marriage. He's just talking about no marriage and just fornication. If you got a chance, take it for marrying her. And fishing. It was about this was I just love this was an amazing song in that halftime show Kid Rock did. It was his best part of the whole thing. Fixing up the Pontiac till you can't. Yeah. There's literally nothing wrong with this song. Kid Rock added a extra verse in it. That was the cherry on top. Well, that's just my thoughts about this, because I had to make this after going into those lyrics, actually looking what they meant on that Bad Bunny stuff, because it was just infuriating, honestly. But if you all enjoy this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And click that bell for post notifications, and I will see you all next time.